All right, warriors, do your breathing exercise. We're going to have some aha moments, and I'm going to teach you how I've been able to not only learn from understanding that some of us had to learn on our own to have a moral compass surrounded by chaos. And what I mean by that being raised in toxicity, being raised in an insane asylum, and not saying that you're perfect, you became a dark empath, or kind of like a borderline in effect. To survive and make it, you had to apply certain lifestyle toxic habits that now you need to start recognizing in yourself. And that's the hardest part, because you've been a smooth operator, man. You've been able to straddle that line, as they say. But you see, straddling the line, that's not acceptable either. Straddling the line means you also will reach a certain level of psychopathy, ego, pride, needing to be right, or needing others to understand, oh, you shouldn't have done that to me. You see, abuse of power with this knowledge is abuse also. And so warrior, sometimes you got to catch yourself and understand the better person did walk away. They may never know, but that's not important to you. Peace of mind, knowing what you're capable of, and allowing virtue and your truth guide your light. And look, let's just say, hypothetically, let's just say there is no God. To respect each other. Then what was wrong with living right amongst your fellow man and woman? With respect, cooperation, and the joy of sharing in each other's successes. So warriors, understand, you're the one that's going to make that difference. You're taking the lead, and narcissists realize, they realize it. They just don't want to be the ones that everyone looks at and goes, really? You fuck them over? They know who's taking the loss. And they're going to defend their position every time. In fact, by you blowing that bridge up, others sooner than later realize who's got the problem. Even they start identifying each other. And because they can't afford for someone else to come and put a monkey wrench in their gig. Especially if they got each other figured out. Because they'll exploit it. Now, jealousy and envy is going to be their own destruction. And I can say this, one of the greatest key identifiers is when they see you walk in a room and conversations change, or the mood. It's just unlike no other. Because your smiles are contagious. Your hugs are healing. And when you're able to work a room with your energy, ooh, you know who you are. Narcissists envy this. In fact, it bothers them that you don't abuse your gift and take advantage of it, because they would. All right, warriors. I'm going to give you all a golden nugget. For those of you who haven't been in the inner city life, I guess, social events and things like that to bring you up to speed. Don't ever show up to a gender reveal naked. It's not what you think. Save you a little bit of embarrassment right there. And those of you who had the New Year's resolutions, oh, I failed it completely. Let me tell you how I did that. I failed it. I started day one of the diary. Got rid of all the sugars, all the honey buns, all the moon pies. You know, all the stuff that's bad for you. Got rid of it completely. It was delicious. Warriors, a loop interrupter, man. I figured out narcissists are real simple creatures. Fun to watch and observe also, and be able to predict their next moves. It can get quite comical. But one thing I realized, narcissists have like doggy ADD. You know what I'm saying? Doggy ADD. It's kind of like you could be walking your dog and they're like, ooh, butterfly. Ooh, dog in heat, like a puppy with two Peters, just ready to come alive. Narcissists are very simple. They see something they like, and right away, their attention's right on it. But the minute they see something else, something new, something shiny, they gotta try it. They gotta try it. That's what you're looking for in folks. When you see that, know what you're dealing with. And for most of you, you already knew what you was dealing with. You chose to ignore the red flags. That's what I mean by your ass suffered from the FOMO. Fear of missing out. Oh, that's grown-up talk. Time to shift that shit. Look, you took part in it, but that's the greatest part. You can talk about it. You just couldn't word it right. Worded it. Look, I'm gonna be one of those folks. It's like that joke is talking about. He said, "Look, I'm gonna be one of them folks that I want to be eulogized this way. He was killed by bears, and what really happened was he choked on gummy bears." Let's just leave it at that, right? Where some of us, our journey was kind of like Forrest Gump, only the dark side, continuous. We can relate to it. You know, and shit, life's been one hell of a journey, hasn't it? Don't forget to share that with the younger generation coming up. The ones investing in themselves. You know, seeing how, you know what it is for someone to understand. That's why we vibe. That's why we're able to have these badass walks on the beach. We can laugh a little. We can even pretend with the pretenders. But we know when we're dealing with a narcissist. They stick out like that fellow with the chicken. You remember that one? They can pretend and play like imposters, even empathetic imposters, for a long time. And after a while, something happens. It's just like a super reveal of self hits, and they're the ones that get caught fucking a chicken. Yeah. And they get blackballed. They're abandoned. Humiliated. For the world to see. Showed up naked at a gender reveal. Get your asses out there and own it, warriors. You ain't nobody's bitch. Nobody's emotional tampon. We all grown. And the reason you went through this is because you need to understand there's folks just like you. You've been ignoring them because you've been hypervigilant. 5 seconds. Take a breather. At ease. At ease. Stop acting like bitches. You earned it. You ain't asking for nothing. You command your space. Remember that. From one warrior to another. It's been an honor taking these badass walks with y'all. Keeping it alive in the remarks. Subscribe. Thanks for your support, warriors. It's never goodbye. Always. Until next time. They'll get caught. They'll get caught with a chicken. It's more funny or is to watch them though from the bleachers. Take care, warriors. Namaste.